Hi. Ooh. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Adrienne. I'm so glad that you could tune in and join me today. I recognize that you could be spending this time doing a million and one other things, but I'm glad you're spending these few minutes with me. So let's get right into it. I started this YouTube channel because for the past few years, people have been asking me like, hey, what do you do with your hair? Like, your hair's so gorgeous. Do you have a YouTube channel? Like, what products do you use? Things of that nature. So I want to take this space or use this space to not only show you guys what things that I do, products that I use, maybe do a couple product reviews for you, anything natural hair care, but also want to touch on health and beauty, makeup, nutrition, lifestyle choices, kind of just like everything that I'm involved in, or everything that I hold near and dear to my heart. So with that, this first video is dedicated mainly to lifestyle choices that I've made for myself over this summer / spring pandemic period. So one of those things being going vegetarian. So I've actually been a vegetarian now for 3 months. I was a vegetarian before, so I was a vegetarian in high school for about 6. And then I went on a immersion trip for 2 weeks in Spain, and I convinced myself that if I was a vegetarian overseas, I would starve and be very unhappy. So I went back to eating meat, and then after that, I just had every excuse in the book as to why I didn't go back to being a vegetarian. So after my trip to Spain, I then started college. And so I was like, oh no, being a vegetarian would be too difficult. The vegetarian options in the dining courts are disgusting. I don't want to eat any of that. And then I was like, I'll just wait till I move off campus. Then I moved off campus, came up with more excuses. It's too expensive, it's too time consuming. Literally anything that I could come up with, I was pulling out of my butt to just be an excuse as to why I didn't go back to that way of life. So when I first went vegetarian, I actually was in an ethics class. So I was in an ethics class for my high school, and we were talking about different methods of like ethics, or like different approaches to ethical issues. One of those being the utilitarianism approach. And that essentially just means like, if you are able to eliminate suffering with little or no cost to yourself, then you are obligated, or you ought to do it. And, when that was first pitched to us, we were like, oh yeah, I mean, that makes sense, and my instructor was like, yeah, like, do you think that's something that you could commit to? And I was like, yeah, of course, so she gave us examples like, if someone was drowning in a pond and you were walking by, it literally cost you nothing to swim or walk out into that pond to save that person, besides like your clothes getting wet, an inconvenience to your day, maybe you get to work late, school late, whatever. And so we're like, oh, obviously, like, you would help that person. And she was like, okay, well, then why do you eat meat? And we're like, what you talking about? And so she was like, I mean, you don't need meat to survive. It literally would cost you nothing to stop eating it. You would save money by not eating it. And you would be eliminating suffering of those animals. So why do you eat meat? And we're like, bet. So we took her up on the challenge, and it was supposed to just be a month long, but I kept going with it. And then, the whole explanation as to why I stopped, all that jazz. So fast forward to 2020, and I had been talking about going back to being a vegetarian for a long time. Was thinking of, telling my friends that I'm thinking about it, but not actually making anything to like bring me closer to doing it. I don't know. And actually, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and they suggested that I watch this documentary called What the Health. For those of you that haven't heard about it, What the Health is a documentary that's on Netflix. Feel free to check it out. I can put the link in the description box. Can I say that? Like, what? But I'll put I don't know. We'll figure that out. So I watched this documentary, and it covered a couple of different things, just health-wise, the meat industry, dairy industry, how they're kind of interconnected. Talked about big pharma a little bit, and yeah, I realized that one, not only do I want to eliminate suffering of these animals because they go through a lot of crap and inhumane living conditions, and also like how they are killed and processed and slaughtered, all that jazz. It's kind of disgusting. I don't really agree with it. But it was bigger than that. I also felt that I was being scammed. I felt that I had been lied to my entire life. Fun fact, the food pyramid, it's a lie. But yeah, so that combined with just seeing how these different institutions or these different facilities impact the lives of the people that live in those areas that they're housed in, was kind of shocking. Just the overall inconvenience. Some people develop health issues. I realized that that's something that I no longer want to support. So I was like, you know what? Honestly, I want to go vegan. Let's be real. I want to go vegan, but I realize I'm not there yet. So I'm a vegetarian as of now. It's been awesome, but I realized that it was kind of a struggle. So me being the only vegetarian in the house and being back home from college posed its own issues, with different eating habits between me and my parents, and my mom like helping out a lot, like a ton, but my dad not really wanting to alter the way that he was eating to kind of like accommodate me. And like I don't want him to have to go through that too, even though I do think that he should transition to a more plant-based diet, but that's neither here nor there. So I found myself like having issues of finding ways of providing myself with the necessary protein, nutrients, different macros that I need. And so I actually was struggling a little bit, and I was not really happy. And, at the same time that I'm going through this, my best friend, she had recently started this program because she has her own health story that, is insane. But she just started this new program, and she was telling me things about it and how that she thinks that it would be really beneficial to me. And at first I was like, girl, no. And I was really skeptical, and I did not want to try it at all. But, after following along with her, because like, to me, it just seemed too good to be true. But she was telling me like how she was feeling like 3 days, 5 days, 7 days into the program. And she was like, Adrienne, I'm telling you, like, this is something that you need to get into. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll try it, right? And so she had actually talked to my mom and had, convinced her to give it a shot. So my mom was like, okay, bet, like, I'm going to do this program too. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not sold yet, so I'm just gonna, bum some products off of you, try a few things here and there, see if I want to do it, and then make my decision from there. So, that being said, it's been about 3 weeks since my mom has started the program, and I've been using all of her stuff. So, I decided that this is something that I want to try for myself. So the program is 30 Days to Healthy Living by Arbonne. And Arbonne is a company that is centered toward holistic living and just overall betterment of yourself and the world. Just make it plain and simple. Is an amazing company. I love all of their products that I've tried so far, and I have so many that are on my list to try soon. And yeah, this 30 Days to Healthy Living program is amazing. My mom has seen remarkable results. I'm astounded. Like, my friend has seen so many changes in her own health. Me, I haven't started the program yet, but just, implementing a few of their products here and there have seen a change and a shift in myself. And honestly, I feel like this company saved me from a lot of headache and a lot of heartache when it comes to just making this transition to a vegetarian lifestyle, or trying to become a vegan, somewhere in there. And I just couldn't be more happy. I couldn't be more thrilled. And it's, holistic. It focuses on a holistic approach. So as I said earlier, like, yes, there are nutritional products. So like, there's your protein powder. There's a greens balance powder that, supplies a total serving of a blend of different vegetables and fruits. There is a Digestion Plus little packet. that has prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes to kind of help all the goodness in there and support your gut health. And it's remarkable. There's other products that I won't get into now, but it's amazing. And honestly, like I really just want to put that out there. I'm so excited for this. I'm going to be documenting my 30 Days to Healthy Living program once I start it, which I will be starting at the end of the month, or the beginning of August, whichever I decide. I haven't decided yet. But I want people to go on this journey with me. So not only will I be documenting it, and I want you guys to tune in and see how things are going for me, but I want to encourage you to go on this journey with me. So you guys want more information on Arbonne, what it is, the 30 Days to Healthy Living program, feel free to shoot me an Instagram DM or drop a message in the comments below, or send me an email or whatever. Just, hit me up and I will definitely get you more information. I think it's an amazing program. I love every bit of it. Like, honestly, guys, like, just for an example, I was a avid coffee drinker. I had at least 1, maybe 2 cups of coffee a day. Like, if I didn't have my coffee, you did not want to see me that day. You did not want to speak to me. I am not functioning right, whatever. What I didn't know is that the acidity of the coffee is so strong that it was literally like altering how my body digests food. Because I'm like, okay, it's not a big deal, it's coffee. Like, there are worse things to be addicted to. And I'm like, no. And my friend explains to me, like, no, Adrienne, like, this is actually hurting you. Like, when you throw off the pH of your GI tract, like, it affects everything. So I was like, okay, whatever. And so she pitched to me these fist sticks, actually, that Arbonne has. And I was like, dude, there's no way you're about to get me to stop drinking coffee and drink these fist sticks. Like, no. Guys, I have not had coffee in 3 weeks. Like, this, I'm telling you, like, it's amazing. And I feel awesome. I feel great. It's awesome. So yes, if you have any questions on Arbonne, what it is, what their products are, any like specific details about their products, the 30 Days to Healthy Living program, please hit me up, let me know. Also, feel free to drop in the comments section what you want me, like what you want. Feel free to also drop in the comments any type of video or anything that you would like to see in the future. I'm always looking for inspiration for these videos. I have a couple ideas of my own, but I also want to give the people what the people want. So yeah, feel free to drop anything that you would like for me to see covered in the future, and have a great day. Bye, guys.